Let me give you a foolproof system of making sure that no politician lies to you as a voter. This is a 100% effective way of ensuring that your candidate delivers on their big promise. This is how we, as voters, become victorious regardless of who takes power in 2022. And this refers to all your candidates, whether they'll be vying for president, governor, senator, MP, or MCA. First, don't be too anxious about the 2022 elections. Elections come and go every 5 years, and Kenya survives. We have had over 10 general elections in Kenya since independence. So, the 2022 elections will come and go, and Kenya will remain. If you don't trust my word, then trust our history. Now, how do you, as a voter, make sure you win regardless of who is in power? Simple. Don't accept a campaign manifesto that is not anchored in a parliamentary bill. I repeat, don't accept any campaign manifesto that is not anchored on a parliamentary bill. What do I mean? Whatever your candidate promises to do, let them tell you which law they will use, change, or create to implement that promise. Let me challenge you. Which manifesto have you ever seen fully implemented in our history? None. Why? Because all our manifestos are usually meant for PR purposes. Nikisema hivi namaanisha kwamba a politician simply wants to get your attention and your vote. Then they leave you high and dry afterwards. However, all progress that we have ever made before in this country was through changing of laws. Jomo Kenyatta and Daniel Arap Moi, they used to lie that Kenya was a democracy and that all candidates could vie for president freely within KANU. But it was only after the law was changed in 1992 through repealing of Section 2A that we were able to experience multipartyism and freedom of political association. I am sure if I asked you who brought free primary education in Kenya, you would quickly say it was Mwai Kibaki in 2003. But let me educate you. Even President Jomo Kenyatta and Daniel Arap Moi had tried to bring free primary education in 1974 and 1979 respectively. The only reason that we have free primary education now is because of the Basic Education Act of 2013. This law is the one that ensures that all children learn free, not any president. Here is a good example of why laws are important in implementing manifestos. Jubilee Party had a manifesto called the Big Four Agenda. It had very good ideas, but because the government did not pass any new laws to support the Big Four Agenda, the Big Four Agenda has flopped. And do you remember the laptop project? Our children are still waiting for laptops 10 years later. So, a campaign promise that is not linked to any change in laws is nothing. For example, the reason why government has to give counties 15% of all revenue is because it is the law. If this was not backed by law, I can assure you the national government would always be telling the counties that there was no money to be shared. If you are being promised affordable homes, let your candidates show you which new law they are going to pass for Treasury and the Ministry of Housing to be able to support that. If they promise you better salaries and you as a teacher or a civil servant, let them specifically tell you which amendment they are planning to bring so that they can back up their promise. If you are being promised the business loans as a Juakali person or a young people, let them tell you which law they plan to bring into parliament to make sure Treasury provides such funds. So it doesn't matter who your candidate is, whether it's William Ruto, Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, or whoever else may be vying. Just ensure that the manifesto is anchored in law.